Hey, Pat, when you look at Cam Newton, are they more of a running team? And 2 weeks ago, they ran the ball against the Ravens. Last week, he threw for 350. What do you see him in this offense?
Bill and Josh, they kind of cater to whatever the defense is kind of weak, have weaknesses on. So, I believe they're going to definitely try to run the football, have a little bit of quarterback options in there, quarterback powers. Um, you know, they're not really a team that take chances down the field. They're going to kind of take what you give them, kind of like a possession type offense. I believe what last week was Cam first touchdown to a receiver in like 3 or 4 weeks. So we have to expect these guys to run the football. Put the ball in their best unit hands, and that's the offensive line right now. So I believe they're averaging like 160 plus yards on the ground. So we have to be fully prepared and make sure that we're in our gap, being a gap sound defense, because we can't let the run game beat us. We have to stop the run and force Cam to throw the ball in that offense to put the ball in the air. So, we got our work cut out with us because these guys are very, very solid in the run game, and they're 21, 22 personnel. Those guys are power and downhill. You got Harris, who's coming on late, who I believe he's averaging like 5.1 yards a carry right now, which is another shocking thing is that White is their leading receiver, I believe, with 43 receptions, something like that, 400 some odd yards. So you can tell that those guys are doing a lot of screen, a lot of mixed direction type things to keep the defense on their heels.
Pat, there's a lot of changes in the NFL every year, and you've seen player turnover and coach and all that. What's it like having Larry been here with you the entire time and just kind of that friendship and that duo you guys have formed?
Oh man, it's a blessing, man. I know I always loop back to the story when I first got picked up by Larry from the airport. Me dragging all of my luggage out of the airport and just stuffing it in his I believe at the time he had a Bentley car or something like that. But just from that moment on, it was just like a bond that never needed to be spoken upon. Both of us have the same pedigree far as wanting to be the best player that we can be while we're out there on the field. Always want to work to find ways to get better, and also having a kind heart and out helping the community. So Larry's a great big brother for me to watch over the years on how he handled himself, how he faced adversity, how he treat people around the building. For a guy of his caliber, you don't see that very often, but Larry treats everybody with the same respect. And as a young guy watching, I was like, obviously nowhere near on his stature at the time. It was like, if you want to be in this league a long time, you want to be successful in this league, that's the guy you want to model your game after and modern your I guess your not personality, but the way just the way he moved. It was just very impressive to me, and he, like I said, he was definitely a great guy to look up to and making sure that I'm doing all the things the right way as well.
Um, Speaking of helping out in the community, you've been very out there in terms of doing stuff like that every year, and especially this time of year. And obviously in 2020, it's a whole different thing. What's it been like for you? Is it taken anything away from you on a personal level because you can't necessarily be at these things and you might have to zoom in or just kind of do it remotely?
Well, Darren, it's definitely it's kind of sad that I'm not able to be there and interact with the families and the people in the community, because I believe that's when you're able to gain a greater rapport with the community. Asking them, what are some of the things that we can do better as far as helping the community. And for me, it's nothing like seeing that joy in person, because you literally can see people's eyes light up and sparkle when they coming through the, like last Monday just passed, getting their turkey, stuff and eggs, everything that they need to make Thanksgiving possible. Because at the end of the day, they didn't know how they was going to make Thanksgiving possible. So seeing the faces and seeing the smiles and just knowing that you did something great for someone is just heartwarming. And although Patrick Peterson Foundation was still able to put on our fourth annual turkey giveaway, it was just a little saddened that I wasn't able to be there. But I did leave a nice Zoom recording for the people, and I hope they appreciated that because I definitely wish I was there. But due to the team restrictions, I have to make sure that I'm safe as possible so we can finish the season.
Next up, Sierra, Catherine, Kevin.
Hi, you get a corny Thanksgiving question from me. What's it mean for you to be able to spend Thanksgiving with your family? You guys get the day off. And then also, what is your favorite thing to eat?
Well, this Thanksgiving is going to be a little special. 5 years ago, I had my baby girl, Peyton, my oldest, Peyton, on Thanksgiving. So this year, her birthday is on Thanksgiving this year. So it's going to be a little different for us this year. We're not going to cook because it's her birthday. We want to be able to have a good time, with her and enjoy her on her day. So we're going to have a chef over at the house whipping it up for us. We're going to have a rundown. But my favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving would probably be sweet potato casserole. I have a huge sweet tooth, and something about that sweet potato casserole to have the pecans on top with a nice cinnamon, brown sugar cinnamon on top, crusting it off is pretty amazing. My wife can do a great job making a sweet potato casserole.
First of all, happy birthday to Peyton. 5's a very exciting one. I know the team's also using robots for some of the community service events and visits. Have you gotten to use that yet? And if you did, what was that like?
Now, this is my first time hearing about the robot. So what does the robot consist of? Is he like speaking as a player? Like what's the deal about it?
So it's got like an iPad or a screen up, so it's someone's face on it, and y'all are FaceTiming in, so you still get to talk to people, but I think it's like 6 feet tall. So Corey got to use it the other day. I think they're starting to mix it in, but it sounds hysterical.
Nah, I wasn't able to use that yet. It's kind of going to be like what's that Will Smith movie, iRobot?
Yeah.
Robots strolling around the sidewalk and stuff like that. I can see that being pretty cool, but I wasn't introduced to that just yet.
Hey, Patrick, happy Thanksgiving. Just curious if obviously you have a family and you're doing stuff with them, but as a team, are you guys, just because of the COVID situation, are the guys gathering more this year? How is the team kind of handling where travel is obviously kind of out of the question mostly?
Yeah, you just have to be smart. I'm sure guys I know for me, Jace, he's a rookie, don't have any family here, so I told him he's more than welcome to come over to my house. I know he's safe, because he get tested every single day. So for the most part, I think it's going to be kind of low key this year, as far as people, bouncing around to different houses and things like that. But some players are still offering, dinners to the younger guys around here that don't have family here, that don't have any, any loved ones or girlfriends of that matter. So Jace, my house is open to Jace and whatever other DB or young guy wants to come by for sure.
We'll wrap it up with Cam Cox.
Hey, Pat, happy Thanksgiving, buddy. Just curious, this kind of holiday season, it's going to be tough for you guys to get out in the community like you normally do. But how important is it to still hold a lot of the things you do? For example, maybe the shopping thing you do around Christmas, and you just did that thing Monday, but just you guys talk about still figuring out ways to help people during this time?
Oh, no doubt about it. We started a new one, the Feed the Homeless. That was right in the middle of the pandemic. So, just trying to find ways to still be able to have an outreach to our community. The job is not done. Honestly, this is the most important time that they need us, because now they don't have jobs. Now they don't have any income or anywhere to turn to for food or supplies for their kids, and that needs to go to school. So I believe this time right now is more important than any other time that we had since I had my foundation up and going. So this is a very, very vital and important moment in 2020 to try to continue to give back, especially during this time in the pandemic when everybody is in such a tough situation. We just want to still show that we're here to help, by any means necessary. And that's always been on my heart. That's going to always be on my heart, because I'm a helper. I want to see people smile. I want to see people succeed, and I believe that's why God put me here. So I just want to continue doing my duties that the good Lord sent me here for to do, and let's just see where it takes us.